Mindfreak held the top 4 overall KDs at the APAC regionals.
That's a little
just shows
crazy.
you how dominant they were at the APAC regionals.
Like, that shows you dominance right there. So, really get our first look at the Australians this year on the Alpha
I'm
stage.
excited to see FIDA play. I've heard a lot about FIDA coming into this event.
All right, well, we're going to be on board with him first then. Do you reckon the Australians are going to have anything little interesting up their sleeves, or is it just going to be business as usual, what we kind of expect?
I'd expect kind of business as usual from the Australians. I expect an S&D. Maybe they pull out some wild classes. I think otherwise, though, you're going to see some standard gameplay. And right there, FIDA coming out, picking up 2 right off the bat. So it looks like it's going to be Mindfreak controlling this first hardpoint, getting off to a pretty nice start. I think if you're Envy, you really can't worry too much about the initial break on this map.
Yep.
I think you're really just trying to focus on, getting that back turtle statue hill and then getting that 4th hill, that underground area.
Right.
You can get those 2 hills tons of time. You're in very good shape the rest of the way.
Looking at Buzzo on your screens as he's making his way over towards that left-hand side. Fighter though, 4 and 2. Kick things off. Was a pretty good call, Matt. I'll give you that. To spectate him off the break. As Dens picks up 2 kills, looking for the 3rd, not going to be able to pick it up.
So FIDA is the explosive player. Kind of think of your Scump, somebody in that area. Your very fast-paced SMG player. And then Dens, I know Bioacid likes to say that Dens, he thinks he's the best player in all of Australia. And I think you're going to see him play more of a Slayer role, more passive Slayer role, not too aggressive, and be slaying out with that AR. I think that's kind of the combination that this Mindfreak team is going to be working on.
Shox turns around, picks up 1. That was Zuma. Game still very close, of course, only in the second hardpoint, but Dens with a 7-3 start. That's what you want to see. If you're a Mindfreak fan, that's for sure. Fighter on the hardpoint's going to have it contested. Picks up 1, looking down towards bottom bar, see if anyone else is going to be pushing in. Not going to be able to pick up that gunfight, though, is Nameless now for Team NBS on the hardpoint.
I think Envy, their real problem on respawn game modes is going to come down to, Nameless is a great AR. Sometimes you're going to need that secondary AR. You take the SMG out of Saint's hands, you lose, obviously, one of the best SMG players in the game. But if you put the AR in Zuma's hands, Zuma is your aggressive player. He's the one that's going to be forcing most of the engagements on the hill, so you lose that. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword. So who should really be that second AR of Envy? I mean, I think they should even give Merc a try, being that second AR.
Really?
I think
go that far?
Yeah, why not?
I guess. Could make some sense. Well, I just think you need that aggressive play, really, from Zuma or Saints. How many times have you seen Zuma or Saints jump on a hill and get a 2-piece and break it?
Oh, they're some of the best players when they just kind of play that hyper-aggressive play style, just flooding hills. I mean, we've seen games from Zuma where he's 40 and 45, just being incredibly aggressive towards all the hard points, but you're going to see it's going to be Envy leading this one as they control this lobby hill. It just seems Mindfreak can't figure out a way to break it, and it's the bow play from Nameless and Saints outside of the hill. You're going to see Saints push into the hill now, but those two were locking down that pool side, really gave Envy this nice cushion.
Zuma's going to drop as well. Merc trying to break into the hill. There's the first goal. Looking for more. Not going to be able to pick it up, though. Saints in a position to trade. No, not going to happen. 3 Australians on the hill. Managed to keep hold of it. 6 seconds left now until the rotation comes in, and this game, Matt, very close, 58-42 so far. And I think this is really what to expect throughout this whole series.
Absolutely, and I think this hill is really going to determine the game on both rotations. So I think whoever wins this bottom hill and then that second hill, turtle statue, definitely think that's going to determine who wins these games. You see right now the kill feed being dominated by the players from NVS. Saints especially coming in, picking up 2 kills. He's going to probably try and push straight through that hard point, get control of the other side, but you see he's going to post up with this AR instead. We talked about it. Who's going to be the second Val player for Envy? Looks like it's going to be Saints.
Yep, and he's doing a great job at it as well.
Salute his shot.
That just simply doesn't miss. He's one of the most talented Call of Duty players. As he runs out of ammo there, trying to pick up a weapon inside the hill. Fighter breaks in. Den's managed to pick up 3 kills in quick succession. 18 and 12 start for him. Most kills in the lobby as it stands. Buzzo and Shox going to be on the hill now for Mindfreak. Can they manage to just hold off for another 10 seconds? The push from Envious. This one is going to be very, very close going into the final hill of the first rotation.
And this is an important map for Mindfreak because you probably favor Envy in the uplink. I think the CTF, I think I favor Envy as well. The S&D, I think, that can definitely go towards Mindfreak. I think this is the map that if Mindfreak really wants to take control of this series, potentially even go up 2-0 right off the bat, they can get that S&D. I mean, that would be huge.
Dens gets his 20th kill so far. Buzzo on the hard point though, so we'll stay with him. There's 2 players pushing from around the outside. So he's going to have to know that hard point's going to be contested. There's going to be 2 there. He falls. And Merc and Saints break the hill for Team Envy, and now they can start to build themselves a lead once again.
And Merc, he always shows up at these big events. I mean,
he always does. There's something about these events. You put him in that booth with this pressure, and he just excels.
You know, I feel like every time you come into, you know, champs or whatnot, you're kind of like doubting Merc and his team, and they always show up. They play great. And I think coming into this event, they kind of feel the same way. They hit rock bottom for a while. I mean, it looked pretty bad for Envy. I mean, they were not playing well at all. And then I think coming into this event, they've started to hit their stride a little bit. They've hit that confidence, and sometimes you need that. Sometimes you need to go all the way back down to the bottom and kind of figure your way back up to the top. I think Envy, they could be a team that's on the rise at the right time.
Hope so, because as you said, you know, this team stacked with talent and experience as well. Looking at Buzzo now for Mindfreak. A couple of players going to be over towards Towels. Ultimately going to fall. Zuma with the ASM1 trying to put some bullets down and some free fire into Towels, but nobody home. 23 and 21. 23 and 18 for Saints, and they were the two players that we really highlighted before this for Team Envy. They're the ones that you want to see go off if you're an Envy fan.
Absolutely. You're going to need both of those players to play well if you're an Envious fan. And they're Nameless. You don't need him to put up huge numbers. You just need him to keep consistently about even, picking up kills in those cuts. And you see that's kind of exactly what he's doing in this game. And if you're getting a good Nameless like that, and then Saints and Zuma are picking up the kills that they are, this Envy team on respawn is going to be very difficult. But once we get to S&D, it'll be interesting to see if Envy's changed some things up.
This rotation, this is going to be huge. Pretty huge. You can see already Envy set up.
Mindfreak a little slow to get on that rotation.
They were very, very slow, but that came down to Saints really just slaying them out from range with that battle. Merc looks to his left-hand side, needs to pick up the kill, does so. And Envy really have this Turtle Hill locked down. 45 seconds left, of course, and he has just rotated. And Merc thinking of pushing off there. Bit of a communication error, slightly, but Merc ready and waiting in a good position to cover his teammates.
Yeah, you see three players from Mindfreak getting kills in the kill feed. Merc, he's just going to exo, dash straight past the player, and it's going to be in control.
This is
favoring
so close.
Mindfreak right now, and this game's back and forth. Nobody really able to get that good control. I think if Mindfreak at this point, though, there's 20 seconds left, maybe that next person that spawns up thinks about rotating. I don't think you need this time if you're Mindfreak. I think you play for that lobby hill. You can get that first, 15, 20 seconds on lobby. It's really easy to contest the rest of it, but it looks like they're going to put pressure the rest of this time.
This next spawn is going to be absolutely massive, and they've spawned down low.
Themselves out.
That's going to cost them massively as Envy going to be able to set up just a little bit earlier. Now, a lot of pressure on Mindfreak to break this hill as quickly as they possibly can. Envy starting to build the biggest lead we've really seen this game so far. 144 to 111. Merc on the hard point picks up 2. Anyone else there for Envy? No. But Saints coming from around the outside with a barrel instantly dropped. 3 players from Mindfreak stacking the hard point right now.
Yeah, nice plays from Mindfreak. Didn't like how they rotated so late. Looked like that was going to end up hurting them in the end, but they're able to break that off the bat. But now it's players from Envy flooding in left and right. Den's picking up a kill in that hard point, not able to stay there for a very long time as he's taken out. It's going to go back in favor to Envy. I think if you're Mindfreak, you kind of give up on this hill around the 15-second mark. You give it maybe one more try, and then you bank on those last 2 hills. That's really how you have to play this. I think if you try and play for that garbage time, even if you get it, you don't get the first 10 to 15 seconds on this bottom hill, you're in the same situation anyway. I think you need to commit to kind of going for that win these last 2 hills.
Right. Luckily, though, they have been able to pick up that scrap time. Hard point is going to be contested. Fighter just going to dip out with 2 seconds and just try and play for this bottom bar. And this is a big kind of mini comeback in a sense. As we pointed out, that total rotation for Mindfreak was just not on point at all, but they've done well to really stay in close contention. Very, very scrappy last hill. Just lots of contention coming in from anywhere. But with
they're starting to come alive. They're winning a lot of their gunfights. That's really what kept them in it. Fighter trying to pick up that second player. It's going to be Shocks on the hill. He's taken out. It's going to be Nameless and Zuma, Saints as well in the kill feed, really opening it up for Envy. Look like Mindfreak making a very nice comeback now. Starting to get shut down a little bit by the players on Envy as they start to come alive. Mindfreak's going to need to break this soon, and if they can get this down to, a 5 to 6 point their deficit going into this last one, I think they'll be in pretty good shape. And that was a big gunfight right there, not able to win it. But they're still in striking distance. They're going to need to rotate right now, though, Ben.
Yep. It looks like they're going to play for that final 6 seconds, but the rotation is going to be so key. One player bottom of the, up top, and I believe that's actually Fighter, and he's fallen. Merc with a big kill. Envy are going to be all over the next rotation. 47 seconds, plenty of time, but Mindfreak are going to realistically have one push and they need to push it as a team and break this hill.
Yeah, they have maybe 1 or 2 pushes left in them for them to realistically make this comeback. Saints, he's going to be on the hill. He's going to be taken out, so it's going to go in favor to Mindfreak. They can pull
Now
this
they need
back,
kills.
Ben. They need to pick up some kills.
That's a good
He's
start.
going to get one in the
3
back.
down.
They need to start getting kills and spawning Envy out. They're not pushing further away from the hard point. They're letting Envy get so close. You see a contestant come in. It's going to be a kill right there. It's going to be Saints breaking that. If he can win this one, it's kind of over. Merc going to come in. He's going to trade it as well. But then he's going to be on that hill for Mindfreak. This is going to come right down the wire.
This is still possible. 11 seconds, and I think Envy have just done enough. Zuma at the very end managing to pick up a kill on Fighter, but it shows you just how good Mindfreak really are. That going toe-to-toe with Team Envious in a hardpoint retreat. That could have gone either way at the end.
Oh, absolutely. I think, Mindfreak, they rotate a little bit earlier over to that second lobby hill, take some time.
That was
or even
the key.
The turtle one, too. I think they probably...
Until that next hill, that was where that game was realistically lost.
I don't want to say it seemed like they panicked a little bit, but it seemed like they got too desperate too early.